Coming up next on the Giants Chronicles podcast, we talk free agency day 2 recap and the blockbuster trade the Giants made for tight end Darren Waller today. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Giants Chronicles Live, and we are talking the blockbuster trade the Giants made today for tight end Darren Waller from the Las Vegas Raiders. I will add that soon. I'm just getting some things situated on the Instagram real quick. So today, the Giants made a blockbuster trade, of course, for tight end Darren Waller from the Las Vegas Raiders. Has been a former top 5 tight end in the league in the past. Someone that should be an immediate impact maker on the offense and help Daniel Jones. We get some weapons around him. So I'm just going to make this a YouTube live real quick, or a Instagram live too, so we can get some more people in here. And I will add it in the description soon for you to come in and talk about. The Cowboys made some moves today too. So just live. YouTube and bio. We are going to take a short break here, guys. I apologize, but we're going to take a short break, 30 seconds. I will be right back. Link will be in the bio, and let's go. Exciting. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Giants Chronicles Live. So we are talking Darren Waller, the Giants trade for Darren Waller today. They trade away pick number 100, which is what they received for the Kadarius Toney trade from the Kansas City Chiefs. They received the 3rd round pick from the Kansas City Chiefs. It was in return. The Chiefs got the pick because they lost. I believe it was the come over to YouTube, Coop. I believe they received the trade, or they received the pick because they lost Ryan Poles to the Chicago Bears, who is now the Chicago Bears GM, of course. So, we're going to talk Darren Waller. On the YouTube, guys, come over to YouTube. You can call in. I'm actually going to put the link in the description right now so you can call in on the YouTube. My link is in bio. So, we're going to talk Darren Waller trade, day 2 free agency. Giants probably made the biggest splash in the NFL today by trading for Darren Waller. Darren Waller, he's 30. He's a tight end. He's been a top 5 in the tight end. He's been top 5 a couple years ago. Actually, he was top 5 tight end. I believe it was 2019 and the 2020 season that he had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. So, obviously, he's bringing a target for Daniel Jones, and he kind of needed a reset from the Raiders. He clearly didn't get along with their head coach, and he kind of needed a refresh. And so the Giants are giving him that here. So it was a blockbuster trade. We kind of flipped in a way. We flipped Kadarius Toney for Darren Waller, which in my mind is a great trade, is a great flip. You're flipping for a player who just didn't fit the culture, kind of had a bad attitude, didn't want to practice, didn't want to kind of put in the work. You're flipping that for Darren Waller, who's motivated to come. He's had a down past couple of years, but now, he's got a reset in the New York market, big market. And now he can kind of and so he can kind of, reset exactly what he wants to what he wants his career to end like. Of course, he is 30. There are some downsides to this trade. As I mentioned in my on my Instagram story, there's many downsides to this trade. You have a player who's 30 years old, so he's not in his 20s. And he's coming off of the past 2 seasons. I believe he had 625 yards in 2021, and then 2022, I believe it's around 300. So he's still been an impact player. It's just that I believe it's been a hamstring injuries, and stuff like that. They tried to actually, the Raiders were going to trade him at the deadline for a 2nd-round pick, and they actually, so if that tells you anything, that's pretty nice that we got the, that we flipped it for a Darren Waller, who is, again, a top tight end in the league, like I mentioned. Dash, I'm having a problem putting the link in the description. I don't know why. I was able to do it yesterday. So we'll see how this works out. Again, this is giving the Giants a big-time target. This is someone who obviously the Giants were interested in. They have a plan for. They wouldn't trade for a player like Darren Waller's caliber if they didn't have a plan for him coming in. When he comes in, I expect Brian Dable, Mike Kafka have him schemed up, seams and everything. He has a long arm span, and he catches the ball well. He's made some amazing catches throughout his career, of course, and someone that honestly I think is going to be a difference maker on our offense this year. Now, his contract, of course, everyone wants to know what his contract is, which is important to see how much the Giants are really going to be assigned for. I believe it's like around $11 million this year. I'll bring it up. I believe it's around $11 million this year. So I'll try to put the link. I feel like he can mentor the younger tight ends. Yeah, definitely something he can do. So, you have, I think him and Daniel Bellinger are going to go great as a pair. Of course, he needs, Daniel Bellinger had a good rookie year. It was clear that he wasn't as good as a pass threat, though, as a pass threat as he is as a blocking, a blocking tight end. Earlier when the tweet came out, I believe it was Ryan Dunleavy of the New York Post came out and said the Giants have been poking around the defensive or the tight end market. I kind of thought that was we're getting Mike Gesicki. I didn't think we'd give up a 3rd-round pick, but it did come to my mind when he did post that Darren Waller, like Darren Waller. So I looked up Darren Waller's contract. I'm actually really upset that I didn't post this on my story, like thinking about this. I looked up Darren Waller's contract. And I looked at it and I was kind of like, I don't know if I really want to pay for that. I don't know if I really want to pay for that. And so I ended up not posting about it. But yeah, I mean, I did. I before the news broke, I did look into Darren Waller. Yeah, so I do. Next move for Joe Schoen is definitely going to be looking at the wide receiver market. So far, the numbers that have come in, they're around that $11 million range. I think both Allen Lazard and Jacoby Myers contracts for $11 million APY. I'm expecting OBJ to be around the 11, 12 million range. So if you're looking into him possibly, obviously the Giants have showed a lot of interest in him. They hosted him for a visit in November. And then, of course, they had him in went to his workout in Arizona. I believe it was this past week. So definitely someone I think the Giants will show interest in. But at the same time, I want to give you guys reality checks, kind of. I want to give you guys realistic, expectations. And while at the same time, I'd love to have OBJ home, like Austin said. I do think that possibly the Giants go with the cheaper option. They don't have a lot of cap space. They made 2 big moves already. It'd be pretty crazy if Joe Shea made a 3rd big move. He's pretty much emphasized that he's not going to be making big moves in a lot of big moves in free agency. But if they do, some DJ Chark, Paris Campbell are names that come to my head. Don't know what DJ Chark's market is right now. I'm assuming it's going to be around that $10 million, $9 million range, which for him, he's a vertical threat wide receiver who could definitely be a difference maker on the Giants offense as a wide receiver too. We have Isaiah Hodgins, of course. So definitely someone, Isaiah Hodgins is definitely a wide receiver too, possibly, but I don't know what we're going to do. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I agree with you. It's very hard to tell what we're going to do right now just because, the cap is a little messed up. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll put the link on the screen. Hold up. Let's see if it works today. Let's see if I can send the link in the chat. Did it send? Did send? What up, did send? I don't think it did. Did send? Oh my God. I think the link is in the chat. Is the link in the chat? The link is in the chat. Holy crap. It worked. Let's go.
Yes, it's in the chat.
It's in the chat. The link has worked. It is in the chat. So if you guys want to click on that, come in. Let's talk football. Dash, how you doing, man?
Good. I'm excited that we did some stuff actually in this today.
Yeah, you guys had a filled day. I believe you re-signed a safety. Is that correct?
Yeah. So what I said in my TikTok video last night. I recorded it last night. I posted it today though. Was that I want them to re-sign Devon Wilson. I want them to re-sign Leighton Van Der Esch. I'm still thinking about Don Schultz.
Yep.
Decision. And something to do with Zeke. And today, guess what? They re-signed Devon Wilson and they re-signed Leighton Van Der Esch.
Yeah.
On top of that, they traded a 5th-round pick, 2023, to the Colts for Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah, I want to talk to you because obviously that was, the Cowboys were jealous that we were the blockbuster trade. I'm just kidding.
I know.
I'm just kidding. No. But it was I thought it was an interesting move because while his cap hit is lower than Darius Slay, I feel like it's reported that the Eagles were calling the Cowboys about trading Darius Slay to them. I thought it was interesting that you guys went with a 32-year-old Stephon Gilmore over, I think Darius Slay is actually the same age. I believe he's 32, but Darius Slay brings a lot more potential to the table than I believe a Stephon Gilmore does. So what are your thoughts on the Cowboys going Stephon Gilmore over someone like Darius Slay?
Honestly, I have not seen the news part about the Eagles wanting to trade Darius Slay to the Cowboys. Yeah. But either way, if Stephon Gilmore or Darius Slay did come over, I wouldn't mind. I mean, now we have some help for Trevon Diggs.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, everyone knew it was a big need for the Cowboys to get someone to help out Trevon Diggs in the secondary. You guys also, it's rumored that you're also looking for a wide receiver.
Definitely.
I don't believe Odell Beckham is in the picture for you guys. Like right now at the moment, there's not any. Of course, you had the November visit, but they did not show up to the workout. What do you think about addressing that? Do you think DeAndre Hopkins possibly? Do you think what do you think? Or draft someone? What do you think about that?
So OBJ, I think it's like dying down for us. Yeah. So I don't. But I mean, again, I wouldn't mind if OBJ or D Hop did come over. I mean, again, that's gonna be helpful for Dak now as well. Even though we have CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup and those are I can't think of the top of my head right now. But let's see. I'm gonna look at the free agent wide receivers real quick.
There's DJ Chark, possibly. Mm-hmm. This year is a bad free agent wide receiver class. Like
They're
terrible.
still Adam Thielen, but I don't know if they're looking at him yet.
He's visiting with the Panthers allegedly tomorrow, so that's an interesting decision for the Panthers. But I think he's going to end up wanting to go more of a contender, so maybe he could be an option for you guys.
Apparently Jarvis Landry, but I think he's going to just come back to the Saints. Yeah, honestly, I'm looking at these, and it's not that good of a.
Yeah, no, it's not. Maybe. What do you think about? I know this guy's kind of fallen off the past couple of years, but Allen Robinson is apparently allegedly available for trade. What do you think about a player like him? He's with the Rams currently.
Allen Robinson. I mean, I don't know. I think he can be good.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know how I feel about him. I haven't seen too much of him, as of course he wasn't that much of what I was looking for. But yeah, I mean, if we do go with OBJ or D Hop, that's good. We're most likely going to, of course, draft a wide receiver as well. So that's another thing.
Sorry, I was talking my Instagram live real quick.
Yeah, you're good.
No, yeah, I think Jerry Jones. He's known for making the splashy moves, the splashy names. Of course, that's why he was interested in Odell Beckham Jr. And now he allegedly wants to pursue a wide receiver now. So, it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. But for the rest of free agency, Dash. By the way, we're talking to a Cowboys fan, so that's why we're talking about Jerry Jones. All right. For the rest of free agency, do you see them making any big swings on a wide receiver or a tight end, stuff like that? Of course, Dalton Schultz is at the top of the market for tight end right now.
Again, I still don't know about the idea of Dalton Schultz. I mean, he's a good tight end, but also depends on how, because I know he had some injury problems as well.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not too sure yet. I'll tell you whenever I do have the decision on it.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, obviously, this is an exciting week in the NFL. It kind of, you get to see what your team's going to be like, build up as, and of course, every team is making moves during this period.
Clearly.
So I'm sure the Cowboys will make a move in the next coming weeks. But Dash, do you have anything else for me?
No, I do not.
Did you re-sign Leighton Vander Esch, correct?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So what do you know the terms or?
Let me. I don't think it was on. I can check on Instagram real quick.
Actually, I think you're right. I don't think the terms are out yet because
I know for Devon Wilson we did a 3-year deal with $24 million.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a good deal.
We did that. Oh yeah. Okay. For Leighton Vander Esch for 2 years deal worth $11 million.
All right. So that's like Eric Kendrick's contract that he just signed with the Chargers. All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. But yeah, very interesting. See who you guys.
I think first we gotta see about Stephon Gilmore's though still as well.
Yeah, I believe it's a $10 million cap hit. I believe.
Okay.
So. Yep. Yeah. But obviously a very interesting trade. I was kind of like huh, like it made me raise an eyebrow because I thought you guys would trade for maybe or even sign a younger cornerback, but I guess not. Giants thing, we're live on YouTube. Come over, man. We're talking Giants football. You can come over and you can talk. Obviously, we're also talking Cowboys right now with Dash on the live stream.
With Stephon Gilmore, I think it's because I know we have a plenty of secondary people.
Yeah.
And so maybe Stephon Gilmore can be like a leader as well. Like as you said for Darren Waller, he can be a leader for your young tight ends as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. So, I mean, that could be part of it. Honestly, I could see you even drafting a cornerback in the first round, possibly.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Just because of the fact you could develop that. Yoda Hunter on Instagram. What do you think about the Jalen Ramsey trade? I thought the Cowboys would be in on the Jalen Ramsey trade, but I think overall, the reason that the compensation was so low for Jalen Ramsey was because it was more about Los Angeles getting LA getting rid of that cap hit that he had, or the contract, more than just getting picks in return for him. So I honestly think that LA really did that trade just so they could get the benefit of getting the cap number out, because of course they're still recovering from all that money they spent during that Super Bowl year on players.
And now they're rebuilding. So
yep, they're rebuilding. Yep. But it's very interesting to see. Obviously, I'm predicting that the Giants will make a move tomorrow, so we'll probably run this all. We're doing this every night. So, Dash, I believe you were here last night, and
yes, I was.
You were here last night.
I'm still looking an eye out for Bobby Wagner as well. Again, OBJ, D Hop, those wide receivers. So yeah.
Very interesting. I really like, even if OBJ doesn't sign with the Giants, I'm interested to see what the terms, what the contract number comes in at, because honestly, I think he's overpricing himself right now. I believe he.
What did he put himself at? That he said.
So reports are saying it's 15 to 20 million. However, the bigger reporters, Ian Rappaport, NFL Network, ESPN, they're saying that there is no official price for OBJ. Like, he hasn't gone out there and said what his price point is. So of course, don't really. Also, the person who reported that that he wants that is Mark Florio of Pro Football Reference, who also reported that Daniel Jones wanted like $50 million, which again was never going to happen. So very, very interesting. But obviously, I assume, as Cowboys usually do, they'll make some sort of splash here soon. But Dash, that's all you got.
Jerry Jones, he's gonna do something.
Oh yeah, and then he'll run his mouth about it for 3 months. But it's very, very interesting. But the NFC East is looking good in free agency so far. It's gonna be another competitive year.
I don't know about Washington though. They're just there.
I'll give Washington. They're making moves. I'll give them their credit for making moves. However, making moves they have the skill position players. They're building up their O-line, which is their biggest weakness. I just think it comes down to the fact that they don't have. They just don't have a quarterback at all.
Mighty Ice. He got released.
Stop, please. They might as well stick with Sam Howell then. But no, I think it's a very interesting situation over there in Washington. But I think they'll kind of be the outlier. That kind of just, again, that doesn't make the playoffs and kind of sticks at the bottom of the NFC East. But Dash, I appreciate you for coming on, man, and hopefully we have more stuff to talk about tomorrow. Obviously, the Giants made the splash Darren Waller deal. I'm going to get more into that in a couple minutes. So if you want to stick around and watch, I'm actually going to turn on some highlights for you guys, and hopefully we can watch some Darren Waller prime tape. So thank you, Dash, for coming on, man, and I appreciate you.
I do want to hear about the Packers trade for Aaron Rodgers. As he gave the Jets a list of who to get.
That was the Titans are expected to sign. Hold up, we have a signing. The Titans are expected to sign 49ers versatile O-lineman Daniel Brunskill. I think he's a interior offensive lineman. Another San Francisco player, new GM. Okay. Titans signed an O-lineman. Cool.
Nice. Didn't need to know that.
Yeah. Well, no, it came down and I had to read the whole thing. For free agency, I always turn my Twitter notifications on, so I get it minute by minute kind of thing. But first of all, who do you think you are giving your list of players you want to come? First of all, you're not even on the team yet. Does he not realize he's not even on the team yet? First of all, the Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bay Packers haven't agreed to any compensation yet with the Jets. He hasn't even came out and said to the Packers or the Jets he wants to be traded. There's so much more that's going into this, and yet he's sending over a list of the players he wants. Like, what?
Yeah, it's like I saw this one comment in like the Instagram post. I need to go check and find if I can find it. But it was like something in Roger. Then as soon as like, oh yeah, let me just bring my whole team that I want to New York.
Also, like the players he wants to come to New York, they are not that good. Randall Cobb is not good. Like,
yeah, no.
Like Randall Cobb is not a good player. Like, dude, face it, he is not a good player. And yet you want him to come when you have Garrett Wilson already in that on that team. So, I'm interested to see. Obviously, the Darren Waller press conference will be out in a couple of days. It will be out in a couple of days. What am I? Man, it's been a long day.
I found the comment. So Rogers, I don't have nearly enough weapons in Green Bay. Also Rogers, I want to take all my weapons with me to New York.
Yeah, like what? Exactly. That's facts. But I think Sneaky G-Man just started live, so I'm probably gonna hop over there because obviously not a lot to talk about. The Giants didn't make a lot of key moves today. Well, they did make a key move. It's just we kind of beat that with a stick already. So
yeah.
Obviously the Giants, they're gonna make more moves. They are not done. Joe Shane is cooking. I text, no joke, Dash. I have his son on speed dial. No joke.
Oh gosh.
I have his son on speed dial, and I texted his son. It's like, your dad is him, and he goes, I know. It was so funny. I was like, his name's Carson Shane, and I was like, it's like he is cooking. I said, all them haters be real quiet right now, and he's like, yeah, I know. He's so funny, but
he's the son for who now?
Joe Shane, our GM.
Dang, how do you have his son? That's my question now. I want to know the full story now.
He posted, so Carson Shane, he posted the Giants trading for Darren Waller, like NFL graphic, and I said, your dad is built different. And he said thanks with the cooking emojis, and I said, all them haters be real quiet right now.
My goodness.
And he's like, yes, sir. That's so funny, man. Also, I feel bad for like I don't want to say this to him, but like, you know how much time NFL GMs like devote to like free agency? Like, they're pulling all-nighters talking to these agents.
Literally, yeah.
Like, Joe Shane's negotiations with Daniel Jones went to 3 a.m. one morning. So it's like it's an effort. I give a lot of credit to like these GMs' families, the head coaches' families. I mean, Brian Dable's enjoying himself at a Rangers game right now. So I guess there isn't a lot of work from the head coach to be done, but from Joe Shane, of course, Joe Shane's working the phones and all that. So with that, Dash, I appreciate you coming on, man. And I think I'm gonna wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get on Sneaky's show as well. I mean, he didn't start his show. He only did TikTok live.
Well, he literally just started like 3 minutes ago, I think. So,
yeah.
But with that, Dash, I'll talk to you later, man.
See ya.
See ya. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Obviously, we'll be back tomorrow night with another live stream talking Giants football. Hopefully, they make some moves tomorrow again, and we'll be back. So, appreciate the support. Please like, share, subscribe if you're new. And again, we'll be back tomorrow. And with that, Darren Waller is the best tight end in the NFL. Let's go, Giants. Let's go, Big Blue.